telling her. Morning. Welcome to Act Locally Live. Today is Wednesday, October 8th. It is 7:30 in the morning. And if you don't know, Wednesday is our day to highlight some community art, books, albums, movies, all created by Central Texans, as well as nonprofit organizations in our area. Because if you don't know, Act Locally Waco with Rogue Media Network is a nonprofit organization itself. So we love to sit here, return the favor. But as I said, it's October 8th. Y'all know how much I love October. And guess what? Hockey is officially back. I received an accidental phone call last night from my older brother, Zach, during the Penguins-Rangers game that had us both just crying, laughing in hysterics. It was a delightful surprise, and I didn't give a rat's ass who won that game. So yeah, that was amazing. Shout out to brother Zach. I'm sure you'll be getting texts about this later. I also received a call from Kevin Hall, who is another personality and producer here at Rogue Media during the Blackhawks-Panthers game. And he subliminally called the Nashville Predators and the Dallas Stars not real teams. And then I was sent a photo of Kevin Dyson in '99. If you know, you know. That was entirely uncalled for, okay? So I'm sicking all of Southern sports on his ass. Kevin Hall, okay? Go get him. If you haven't heard, the Waco Mammoth National Monument is opening its doors again on Friday. It's been impacted by the federal government shutdown, but through the generous support of donors and partnerships between the Waco Mammoth Foundation, the National Park Service, the City of Waco, and Baylor University, they are able to reopen their doors to fully functioning. It is a powerful example of what can be achieved when communities, organizations, and supporters simply come together to support one another. And our community should be so proud of its efforts to ensure that this incredible site stays open for exploration, education, and discovery, because that is vital at a time like this. So tours will continue to be led by the National Park Service Rangers on Friday. They offer engaging educational experiences for visitors of all ages. And yet again, this reopening is only possible because of supporters from the community, and the Waco National Monument has expressed generous thanks to all of their donors, members, and community partners for making this possible. So I'm really excited. We were joking around before showtime, and I was like, they're back, but they've always been there. They're just back again. We can go see them. Up next, the Art Center Waco is spotlighting 5 different Austin-based artists for the In Her Element exhibit. This showcase is in partnership with Women in Their Work, which is an Austin-based nonprofit that is focused on uplifting and advocating women in the arts. Love doing that. Art Center Waco welcomed the In Her Element exhibit earlier last month, and it will be featured until the end of this month, October 31st. Tomorrow, by the way, 2 out of 5 of the artists are going to be in town talking about everything in this exhibit. So be sure to check out Art Center Waco for more information on that. There are some beautiful pieces featured in this exhibit, and you are supporting women in the arts. So I challenge you to go stare at some artwork in our community, and not just at a passing glance, okay? What is important and impressive about the arts is that it is intentional in its craft, what they're producing, and its consumption, how you are absorbing it. So artists spend hours on these pieces, and if you think that you're going to understand all levels of the elements just by looking at it for 2 seconds, you're dead wrong, okay? Quite like anything, the longer you spend with it, the more you know, the more you notice about the artist, about the message themselves, you know, all the things. So I'm really excited about this, and if you don't know, another way to help women in the arts is by subscribing and hitting that notification button so that you can catch me live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But this Thursday, no, not this Thursday. I'm getting ahead of myself. Next Thursday, the Waco Movie Club is checking guests into the Overlook Hotel for one night only to discuss the iconic film story, The Shining by Stanley Kubrick. They are going to be hosting this at the Waco Hippodrome at 7:30, and it won't just be movie talk either, by the way. Adam, the ghost guy from Brazos Tours, will be in the house to share tales of local hauntings, and then he's going to be leading a short ghost tour through the Hippodrome, which is a theater that's been around for more than a century. There's a lot of stuff that's happened in Waco in that time, so I can imagine what is hanging around there. So, guests are encouraged to rewatch The Shining before attending the Waco Movie Club, because when someone says, here's Johnny, you need to be ready to dive into what it all means, the madness, the isolation, the creepy twin energy that we try not to think about. There'll be food, drinks, and just enough fear to make you wish that you had brought a holy water chaser. So, I'm Elizabeth Riley with Act Locally Live. And if you don't know, you can find us on a ton of different platforms. I'm talking Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, anywhere and everywhere. Act Locally Waco on all of those sites. We are constantly posting, so be sure to go follow all of those. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to jump into a huge nonprofit in our community, the Family Abuse Center, and talk about why it's important to know what they're up to and how to support them, especially during the month of October. So I'll see you all after this.
It's hard to find supplements that work. No, thank you. Plant-based supplements made from the Earth's most powerful plants for your immune health, gut health, workouts, and more. Find out more at auraorganic.com.
Tasmanian spring water range from Sand and Sky. This range is really good for dry and dehydrated skin like myself, packed with 2 types of hyaluronic acid, fermented sea kelp to reduce redness, and my skin feels so dewy and so hydrated.
Samsonite is the world leader in durable, high-quality luggage and travel accessories. Travel with Samsonite and pack confidence every step of the way. Shop now at shop.samsonite.com. Samsonite.
So all you have to do is tap your Popple to the back of someone's phone, like that, and they instantly get your social media and contact info right on their screen. They don't need an app or a Popple to receive your info. So get your Popple today and start impressing everyone you meet. Make it pop.
This is what $500,000 in a duffel bag looks like. Actually not real. That's because it's actually prop money. It looks realistic from a distance, but up close you can see it says for motion picture purposes. Visit propmoney.com today to get your money seen or money shot right with Prop Money Inc.
At Open Goal USA, we're revolutionizing training for both soccer and lacrosse with our innovative portable rebounders. Perfect for players of all ages and skill levels. Visit opengoaalusa.com and elevate your training today. Whypersonalloans.com. Request a loan anytime. Our partners can offer loans up to $35,000 with varying rates and terms. Review your loan offer with no obligation and decide what works for you. Visit personalloans.com today.
Welcome back to Act Locally Live with Act Locally Waco and Rogue Media Network. I'm Elizabeth Riley, and October is my month. My birthday is during this month, okay? It is the height of college football season. It is turning over the page into MLB World Series, and also hockey is back. However, the month of October is also Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and I think it is a huge message that we need to get across at all times. So communities this month are going the extra mile to raise awareness and take a stand against domestic violence. Advocates say that awareness is the first step towards prevention and making lasting change. And here in Waco, the Family Abuse Center is advocating for the education of our community on all cycles of violence. Domestic violence does not always appear as just physical abuse, and it can take many different forms. And unfortunately, many victims do not make it out alive. In 2022, 215 Texans were killed in family violent incidences. In 2023, that number dropped to 205. And last year, in 2024, 161 Texans were killed in domestic disputes. These numbers are dropping, but not at the rate at which the Family Abuse Center wishes to see. Victims who suffer from domestic violence are traumatized, they suffer from low self-esteem, and they have limited access to necessary resources, and that all keeps them trapped in these violent relationships and situations. So with safety, counseling, and supportive services, survivors of domestic violence can experience healing and empowerment, and they can decide for themselves how to live free of violence from thereforth. Early intervention, preventional education, and domestic violence education, community awareness, all of this is what can interrupt the intergenerational cycle of violence and reduce the social acceptance of domestic violence in relationships. Children from violent homes typically experience trauma. They suffer psychologically, emotionally, and socially. And the Family Abuse Center recognizes child witnesses as primary victims of domestic violence. So every individual in our community can become more aware of how to prevent, intervene, and be less tolerant of domestic violence so that we are all living happy and healthier lives. If you don't know, the services that the Family Abuse Center offers, all of encompassing, okay? They offer a free, safe, confidential place for both adults and children to begin experiencing life without violence. Their professional staff listens, advocates, and supports all those who are seeking their services. They offer counseling, transportation, job and life skills education, and so much more. For adults specifically, the Family Abuse Center is able to provide emergency shelter along with general services such as case management, counseling, and an array of legal services. General services are also available to non-residential clients who live out in rural areas because violence is not subjected to one community. Their services fully free of charge to anyone who has been impacted by domestic violence. And they also provide a 24-hour hotline number that clients may call in order to seek out any of their services. So not only do they provide that 24-hour call center hotline, but they also have a 24-hour emergency shelter for all victims. And at the shelter, you are provided with a private room, 3 meals per day, and direct access to all of these general services that I've been mentioning, like case management, counseling, and skills education. In order to get any more information on this or talk to someone about seeking services, individuals can call the hotline at 1-800-283-8401. 1-800-283-8401. On top of the counseling services that are available, they offer support groups and life skills classes for clients. These support groups are facilitated by the professionals and staff on site, and they offer a place for clients to discuss different issues and topics such as domestic violence education, boundaries, self-esteem, financial planning, quite literally anything and everything that you would need to get set up on your feet. The Family Abuse Center also provides a wide variety of services for children. They provide emergency shelter for the child and their parent, along with counseling, therapeutic and educational groups, and enrichment activities for the parent and the child while they're staying at the shelter to strengthen family relationships. So when a new family enters the shelter, can be obviously difficult and scary time. And for children of all ages, this is just hard. Change is hard, period. So in the Family Abuse Center, they have a specific branch called the Children's Services Coordinator. And so these staff members and interns work with each family to help this harsh transition going into emergency shelter, especially when it comes to dealing with all of the legal advice, case management, etc. Each and every child who is over the age of 5 years old is welcome and encouraged to participate in receiving both individual and group therapy by counselors. There is a children's counseling group that meets once a week, and parents can also request counseling for their child, and the CSC will make a referral and get that going. It has been shown that each time a student changes schools, a child changes schools, they lose about 6 months academically. That is hard to regain. It's hard to bounce back from. I mean, we saw some effects during the COVID pandemic of students losing class time. trying to navigate that while also dealing with physical, emotional, and social lacking can be so traumatizing. So at the Family Abuse Center, the CSC's goal is that all children are in a safe school within 24 business hours from their arrival, so they are not facing any more potential setbacks. Just like for inner city Waco individuals, people who live out in the country have been impacted by domestic violence, and they are still able to receive any of the Family Abuse Center services completely free of charge. Like I said, they have case managers, legal advocates. They are able to work together and travel out into rural counties to best serve any of their clients. The Family Abuse Center works to provide services who are isolated by distance, and they really strive to include counseling services for children who live in said rural areas. If you didn't know, on average, 1 in 3 women in America die every day as a result of domestic violence, and 1 in 4 women and 1 in 13 men will experience domestic violence at some point in their lifetime. So each October, the Family Abuse Center takes a moment to recognize Domestic Violence Awareness Month and all of those who have died due to domestic violence during the previous year. So this year, the Family Abuse Center will be gathering on October 17th at the Waco Suspension Bridge in memory of Texas women and men who have been killed by their intimate partners. Domestic violence violates an individual's privacy, their dignity, their security, and it is all due to the systematic use of control and abuse. So this day, October 17th, provides an excellent opportunity for everyone to engage and learn more about domestic violence issues and how to show support for individuals and organizations who are providing advocacy services to domestic violence victims. We are going to take a little break and get into a ton of other things that are happening in and around Waco alongside this wonderful event. But stick around. I'll see you after this.
Welcome to Kitbag, the ultimate destination for football fans. Whether you're cheering for Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United, or any other top club, for true football passion, think Kitbag. Visit kitbag.com today. That's kitbag.com. Kitbag.
BadCreditLoans.com is a pioneering service provider that has carved a reputation in the financial industry. Simple, fast, and reliable loan application process. And its commitment to responsible borrowing makes it a trusted partner in the journey towards financial stability.
Experience the future of secure private cloud storage with Internix. Protect your files with end-to-end encryption, ensuring your data stays private and accessible only to you. That's internxt.com today. We offer fast shipping, exceptional customer support, and furniture solutions that stand up to high traffic environment. Elevate your space with BizChair's vast selection of stylish, reliable, and cost-effective furniture. Visit us today at bizchair.com to transform your business.
Finding a sleep sack that my baby likes has been a struggle.
The sleep sack from Joy is a major upgrade.
It is all natural eucalyptus, which is breathable and hypoallergenic.
Overwhelmed by your inbox? Clean Email is here to help. Organize, clean, and manage your emails with powerful automation tools. Say goodbye to spam and clutter and enjoy a stress-free inbox. Try Clean Email today at cleanemail.com.
Welcome back to Act Locally Live. I'm Elizabeth Riley. It's October 8th. Oh my goodness, this month. I love this month so hard. The sun is currently rising over a beautiful Waco. Oh my goodness. And tonight, if you don't know, There's game night with Mission Waco. They are playing a game called Disparity Trap, which will help players have conversations on the systems and institutions established to create inequity within the United States and how we as individuals have the ability to alter those systems for the better. The game's sole purpose is to encourage participants to work together in order to understand systemic inequity more clearly, and you can learn more about the game on disparitytrap.net. Mission Waco wants to play, chat, pray, and leave with a deeper compassion and a vision for positive change in our city and beyond. So the game will take about 60 to 90 minutes to play. You'll have a brief discussion for about 30 minutes after playing, and then you'll be sent on your way. So that's something to do this evening if you don't have plans already. For the remainder of the week, Historic Waco Foundation is presenting The Cotton King's Demise at Pape Event Center on October 10th and 11th. This 1890s murder mystery event is the perfect way to kick off spooky season. It's going to be an evening of music, free drinks, light bites, and also you're going to leave solving a crime. So purchase a ticket, wear your best 1890s outfit, and join Historic Waco Foundation for The Cotton King's Demise. If you don't know, Cultivate Waco is hosting an artisan market at 421 South 11th Street on October 11th. From 4 to 7 p.m., you can check out coffee, baked goods, jewelry, candles, plants, fresh produce, craft supplies, stationery, upcycled fashion, all in one place. It's going to be a fantastic night of local creativity, community, and connection that you don't want to miss. These people are straight up geniuses. I love seeing what their brilliant little minds can craft together. The Waco Walk to End Alzheimer's is taking place at Legends Crossing same day, Saturday, October 11th. Registration for the walk begins at 9 a.m. There's going to be a special ceremony starting at 10, and then the walk will officially kick off at 10:45 a.m. All funds raised will further the care, support, and research efforts of the Alzheimer's Association, and also each registered participant will receive a promised garden flower of a different color, and the color will best represent your personal connection to the disease. So while you're walking, you can just strike up conversation with people because, you know, you got matching colors, or maybe you want to know their story. I love that. The Texas Renaissance Festival is moving forward with its 51st season. Organizers are expecting over 500,000 visitors to attend this 8-week festival, which begins October 11th and it runs through the end of November. The festival promises new attractions alongside some returning favorites, so that'll be exciting to see. The Edgar Allan Poe Speakeasy Chapter 2 is descending upon Anthem Stories on Austin Avenue on October 16th and 18th. They are inviting guests into a world where the line between living and literary blurs with every single sip. Guests can expect 90 minutes of immersive theater, dramatic recitation, and then mixology that borders on alchemy. So I am so sad that I'm going to be missing out on that weekend because what do you mean? I want to be there. Imagination Library Waco is hosting the Great Waco Duck Race the same weekend, but they are kicking off with MCC and Tarleton State on October 15th. If you don't know anything about the Great Waco Duck Race, they launch 20,000 rubber ducks into a raceway on the Brazos River, and then the first ducks to cross the finish line, which people have like adopted, and you know, they win. They win. All of the proceeds from the duck race are donated to Imagination Library Waco, which is one of my favorite organizations. They deliver free books to children in and around our area to promote literacy and reading. So along with the race, the event will feature a free family fun fest with inflatables, games, arts, crafts, and I'm sure that you'll be able to sign up for Imagination Library while you're there. On October 16th, the Waco Movie Club is discussing Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, okay? This is happening at Waco Theater. Or Waco, oh my goodness, the Waco Hippodrome Theater. Get there. It's going to be really cool. On October 17th, Waco ISD and Brook Avenue Elementary are hosting their monthly food distribution event. So whether you're a student, a family member, a staff member, or a neighbor, just bring a valid ID to 720 Brook Avenue to get a free box of essential groceries. Waco ISD and Brook Elementary are committed to reducing food insecurity in Waco, and Act Locally Live and Act Locally Waco is so proud to see the community outreach happening every single month from them. Asian Leaders Network and Downtown Waco Farmers Market are joining forces for their second annual Diwali Festival on Saturday, October 18th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. I'm so sad that I won't be here this weekend. Everything is happening. You can experience the vibrancy of Diwali, which is the festival of lights typically celebrated across India and South Asia, right here in Waco. Also, same day, hop over to Out on the Brazos, which is being hosted by the Waco Pride Network at Indian Springs Park. This year, October 18th, noon to 5 p.m., Pride in the Park is bringing together tons of local vendors, talented musicians, and quite literally the coolest people in town to such a beautiful park. And also, it's closer to town than it was at its last location. So be sure to check that out this year. Prosper Waco is hosting their Prosperity Dinner on the Avenue that Sunday, October 19th. This event is drawing inspiration from Waco's 1911 Prosperity Banquet. This event had tons of people sprawling out on an unpaved 5th Street in Waco in 1911, and they were just talking about what they wanted this city to look like. And so Prosper Waco is not only going to be laying the groundwork for the decade ahead, but they are also going to be celebrating their 10th anniversary with this dinner. Something I'm really excited about. Waco Health District is hosting a scenic walk through the Waco wetlands as part of the Bloom and Grow pop-up event program. This is a totally free walk that you can join in on October 23rd, 6 to 7 p.m. You get to explore local wildlife, connect with the community, and discover the unique ecosystems that are in our own backyards. This is all in collaboration with Healthy Women and Children's Coalition, so it's going to be a wonderful event that you can join for totally free. Waco Restaurant Week is coming to us so soon. From October 24th through November 1st, you can enjoy exclusive menu specials, pop-up events, and creative dining experiences at the long list of participating Waco businesses. This week brings together the community through eating, drinking, and being merry, which are 3 of my favorite things. So you will definitely catch me out there participating in Waco Restaurant Week. Bring on the meat sweats, get your taste buds ready. Let's go. Fair warning to all Waco natives. We love Waco Restaurant Week, but we are scared of Magnolia's Celebration Weekend. It is coming to us Friday, October 24th, and Saturday, October 25th. They are going to be hosting award-winning artists Forrest Frank and the band Need to Breathe, and they are headlining with special guests Switchfoot and Emma Neeson. These are some big names, all coming to Waco. So as always, expect some big crowds. Forewarning. For Halloween, American Bank of Waco is hosting a trunk or treat on Tuesday, October 28th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. in the parking lot of their Belmead branch. They had a wonderful community turnout last year, and they are so excited to see you all again. So go get some candy, dress up, have some fun with American Bank of Waco. Creative Waco will be hosting Dia de los Muertos on November 1st at Indian Springs Park. This is a huge celebration that pays tributes to our departed loved ones and just allows a time and moment for everyone to reflect on shared memories and the journeys that our lives lead now. You can be a part of the parade, attend the festival, and just join Creative Waco for Dia de los Muertos this year. It's going to be beautiful. Baylor University's homecoming is just around the corner. There will be a whole week of campus activities culminating in the football game against the UFC Knights on Saturday, November 1st. So, headed into next month, November already, you should get ready for a night of culture, dance, and celebration with Waco's own traditional Indonesian dance competition happening Saturday, November 8th. You do not want to miss this opportunity to witness some shiny stars taking home some serious grand prizes. If you haven't gotten enough of me this morning, you can follow me over to the Zach Owen Show, live from the Backyard Bar Stage and Grill. I'm also on the Ann Harder Show every day, bringing you more Waco segments. You can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all at Act Locally Waco. Be sure to go follow our newsletter on our website, actlocallywaco.org. I've got blogs posted, which are probably a little bit more informative, coherent, concise than this early morning rambling, but you read them, you let me know. It's been a lovely morning. I will catch you all on Friday. Have a good one, guys.